per-appearance deal where Taylor Wilde, she's one of those girls that basically she gets paid.
They use her, they get...
Yeah, and she's not on any sort of contract. So, what else do we got here? Billy Kidman, he is working for WWE. Basically, he's an agent, producer. They call them producers now in WWE. He's down in developmental STW. He was overseas on the tour, and he is getting a tryout to be called up to the main roster as a producer or agent. So that's where we're at.
Does WWE not realize they can call it sports entertainment and producers and writers?
I know. Right.
It's wrestling, fuckheads. You could call it whatever you want. Nobody thinks of you guys any different than they have their whole life. You're the WWF wrestling company. You're lucky if people will even get WWE right after all these years. You know.
Yeah. Hey, interesting to note, Brock Lesnar did an interview with ESPN.com. He compared Dana White and Vince McMahon. He says, if I had to say one thing about Vince, it would be ruthless. If I had to say one thing about Dana White, it would be diligent and somewhat brilliant. Two different approaches to business. He also made a remark about guest hosting Monday Night Raw, which was, I found this interesting. He says, I had a great run with WWE. WWE gave me great visibility. I met my wife there, and I got paid a ton of money. It was just my time to go. I sensed it. I was smart enough to leave. That's the bottom line. Then he says, I wouldn't be opposed to returning to WWE on a one-night-only basis. I'm still focused on fighting right now, but if the opportunity arose someday, I'd never say never. That's interesting.
It would be very, very wise for that motherfucker to show up the Monday before the Saturday where he fights Shane Carwin in July. If he showed up that Monday before that pay-per-view on Raw and got the plug that he's fighting on UFC this Saturday, bro, come on, man. That's just smart promotion right there. You got
no doubt. Well, it was just interesting to see that he was open to a return to WWE. It seems like, all these guys, even if they leave WWE, right, and they're on bad terms when they leave, they always get that itch to return to the business. You know what I mean? They always want that. And Lesnar doesn't need it, dude, because he gets that crowd reaction. It's not like he needs the crowd reaction.
I don't think he's got the itch to come back either, if that's what you're implying.
Well, I'm not saying come back full time, but at least open.
I don't think he's got the itch to do the one-time thing either. I just think he'd be willing to do it. I don't think he's looking to do it.
Right.
Not like, I hope I get to host Raw. I don't give a fuck, dude.
Hey, how about this for some crazy news? Kurt Angle. Okay, basically, we didn't talk about this either. Jeff Jarrett, and we're going to talk some relationship news in right
Christ, now. I know where you're going.
Jeff Jarrett and Karen Angle got engaged, several weeks ago. You guys all know the story between Jeff Jarrett and Kurt Angle and Karen Angle, that whole mess that we posted on the website. Jeff Jarrett and Karen Angle got engaged. It comes out a few days ago that, I believe 2 weeks ago, Kurt Angle proposed to his girlfriend. So, basically, we've got, by the way, for those that are wondering, Kurt Angle, his bride-to-be her name's Giovanna Iannotti. And she's only 24 years old. I have no idea.
Sounds like it, black chick. I know that.
Sounds like it, right? Giovanni.
I don't know. Giovanni sounds Italian to me, but I heard he likes black chick.
You know what? Let me try something.
Search her name. Yeah, but I thought you were going to talk about. I heard Jeff Jarrett, Karen Angle got pregnant.
Didn't hear that.
I didn't. Maybe I'm hearing it wrong. I could have sworn I read something like Jeff got her knocked up. I could have sworn I heard that.
She's not bad, dude. She's not black.
The Giovanni?
Yeah.
He's 22, you said?
24.
Oh, my God, and he's married?
Yeah, I know. Well, it's crazy. They've only been together for a few months, dude.
Of course.
And then he goes out and he gets engaged.
He's only been alive a few months.
And then you had the thing with Raka Khan, right? Not too long ago. So, I mean, this is just a fucking mess, dude.
Well, what a mess is, he's marrying a fucking 20, he's marrying a little kid. What do you think she wants?
And then she's
going after his money.
Oh, of course, dude.
24 years old. She's cashing in early.
You've got the live events, the main events of house shows for last weekend is Kurt Angle versus Jeff Jarrett. That's your main event. So you've got.
I heard Karen was there too at one of those shows or something.
She was at all of them, dude.
Yeah.
All the weekend shows. That was 2 weeks ago. It wasn't last weekend, but she was there 2 weeks ago, and she had the kids. She had both kids. She had her own kids with Kurt,
That's what I heard.
Yeah, the Jarrett kid. Okay.
Yeah.
She's got the kids. So we basically, to sort this out, we've got Karen Angle and Jeff Jarrett that are engaged. We've got Kurt Angle, who just got engaged a few weeks ago to a 24-year-old model.
Oh, baby. Yeah.
Okay. Then we've got the Angle and Jarrett kids, who are mingling together, have become best of friends. And then we've got a main event at house shows between Kurt and Jeff. I mean, it's like it's straight out of a movie.
I know.
You know?
I've heard Kurt, like, as far as
he doesn't care.
Maybe he doesn't show it, but yeah, like he doesn't even give a shit. Like it doesn't show that it phases him at least.
He doesn't let it show, dude.
Isn't he taking time off soon too? We didn't mention that.
Yeah. He's after lockdown. Yeah, for about a month. He says it's about a month. Let me tell you something. He said on Twitter that he's not injured. I
don't know, that ladder match, bro. That ladder match looked brutal.
Oh, dude, when he fell off the ladder and went over the top rope and fell to the floor. Oh my God, that was scary. Let me tell you something. That guy, he's a fucking beast. All right.
Yeah,
he's not going to admit.
Son of a bitch.
He's not going to admit that he. Listen, I saw him on TNA Reaction last night. Okay. You look into that guy's eyes when he was there, and I think he was getting stitched up or something. You look into that guy's eyes, and you listen to the way he slurs his words. The guy's got a serious drug problem. He's not going to admit it. The guy's got numerous injuries, needs time off, and everybody in TNA, there is not one guy in TNA that I've ever talked to that doesn't think that Kurt is still on pills. And you can, the guy slurs his words.
Let's look at it this way. As reporters, we're not supposed to say anything unless it's fact.
No.
Okay, but for the time being,
he's got a problem.
I'm not a reporter. The motherfucker's hooked on drugs like crazy. He's high as shit every time he's on TV. You could see it in his face. You could hear